Well, hello, and how are you doing? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. It's been one of those days where everything just, I don't know. Whoops, sorry. I'm getting bleed from my earpiece here. Maybe let's turn it down a bit. My apologies. Yeah. Hmm. Tired, which is to be expected at this time of the year. I didn't have a great sleep last night. I fell asleep quickly. I woke up several times starting around 3 a.m. and then every hour after that. So I took a nap today that was supposed to be for 30 minutes and turned into 2.5 hours, so I guess I needed it. But it's been difficult to find myself get motivated lately. I just been so wiped out emotionally and physically. I was sick all last week. I didn't, other than to take Lola out for a walk, I didn't leave the house until Friday. So by the time I got out, I was full of energy. I wasn't 100%, but I just needed out of the house for a bit. So I went over to the pub, brought my laptop, and did some production work. Had a couple of drinks and just chilled. Came home and hung out for a bit with Bridget and her friend Karen, who was in town visiting. And then they went over to Bridget's place because they were going to have like a girls' weekend. So I just hung out at home. It was chill. It was fine, but I think I was just tired from the week of nothing. The longer you sit around doing nothing, the longer it takes to get out of the funk that you find yourself in. And that's kind of where I am today. I had plans for work today, but I just physically couldn't do it. Tomorrow, I hope, will be a much better today. But, it's today was one of those days, when you suffer from depression, when you battle depression, everything is a monumental task. Getting coffee filters out to make a cup of coffee in the morning. It seems like a Sisyphean task. Taking a shower takes effort. Changing your clothes, it's just because you're just, your head's not in a good space. And I wish I could say it's simple, just do this. I know that exercise would help. I walk Lola a couple of times, but that's not, I need something more. I need to get out skating or, but I just, I'm on the hamster wheel right now. I guess is the best way to put it. I'm definitely on the hamster wheel. In that I don't have the energy to do what I need to do to get the energy to do what I need to do. If that makes sense. I know that if I got some exercise, I would feel physically better, and it would help to energize me. But I'm so low on energy right now, and that has to do with the brain chemistry. So, I went through an elimination diet last week, and for the most part, I think it helped. But there's still more things I need to eliminate. See if I can figure out why I'm in this funk, why I'm not sleeping so well, why my insomnia keeps coming back to haunt me. And it's not like I'm sitting around thinking terrible things all day. I'm not in that situation. I'm more of in the situation where I just don't have the energy. And I'm not thinking terrible thoughts. I'm not thinking of self-harm or anything like that. I'm not thinking of doom and gloom and how terrible the world is. Even, it is, but I'm not thinking about that. It's just the brain chemistry isn't cooperating. Just looking at the chat here. Thanks, guys, gals, folks, friends. Mikhail, no, I don't take any medication for ADHD, but I might have to start. I'm just worried will that affect the anti-anxiety, anti-depression medication I take. And I'm seriously considering looking at alternative methods, and by that I mean I want to talk to my doctor about possibly psilocybin microdosage if it will help to reset the brain, as everything I've read says it does it. It clears things up, it helps you sort through issues, and I have lots of them. I'm not unique. We all have issues. Maybe it will help me deal with things that maybe, I don't know. I got to talk to my doctor first. I don't want to just go to some clinic that says they can help me. I want to do it with and under the care of my own physician. Because, you're messing with your brain chemistry. I was, it took me a long time just to go back to antidepressant medication. Because the first time I took it back in the 90s, it did not work well for me. And I was reluctant to go back there again. But now I'm wondering if that's something that I have to do. Or do I need to increase the dosage that I'm currently on? I don't know. I don't know if it's increased the dosage. I don't know if it's switched to psilocybin microdosage. I don't know if any of those things will help. I know it's not, I know it's a short-term funk. I know that. It just seems to be dragging on. And I hope to be able to pull myself out of it soon. Yeah, I was very, very ill last week. I had a head and chest cold. It wasn't COVID. It was very phlegmy. Sorry. But that's, very phlegmy. And I'd say I'm about 99% right now. And I hope I can get a good night's sleep tonight. Because it's been challenging as of late. I can fall asleep easily, but staying asleep isn't working out. And I'm not one to take melatonin because I know it's not great to do that, but I think I might have to try that tonight to see if it'll help me get to sleep and stay asleep instead of tossing and turning. Because when you're not getting enough sleep, it affects your mental faculties in ways that we don't even fully, completely understand yet. It can add to my anxiety and depression ramp up when I don't get enough sleep, anxiety especially. And today I was incredibly irritable for no reason. Had nothing to do with anybody doing anything, just incredible irritability. And that's got to do with, mental health. So, sorry, I'm just trying to fix a monitor here. Sorry. Oh, yes, for folks who didn't know, I'll put it in I have the chat window open over here. I now have audio versions of this show. I'm slowly uploading them. I've started from a few years back, and it's on Spotify, it's on Amazon, and it's on Apple Podcasts. So I'll just put some of them into the chat here for those of you who would like to. Sorry, I'm going to switch it around here, change my account. For those of you who would like to check out the audio-only versions here, I just put the link in for Spotify, and I will give you the Apple one in a second here. This is, come on, where is it going? Come on. There we go. Here's the Apple Podcasts. Did I get the other one in there? I'll give you the Spotify link. Sorry, I'll have to edit this out of the audio version when I put it together. There's the Apple link. Here is the Spotify link, and then I have an Amazon link as well. It's also on a few other services, but I thought I'd just give you three of the big ones here that you can share with anybody if you like. So yeah, I'm on audio-only version for those of you who would like to have the audio-only version. And there you go. So I have started from a few years back, and I'm going to bring it right up to date. It takes a little while because I have to do some edits on the shows, because the old theme music I used gave me a copyright violation, even though I paid for licensed music. I have to fight with YouTube every single time, and I just got tired of doing it. They'd copyright violate me, and I'd say, no, it's this. Here's what I paid for. I have here's the proof. They go, oh yeah, okay, no problem. Then I do another show, and then go, copyright violation. It happened 6 times, and I got so fed up, I just pulled out my guitar and recorded something really quickly one day, and that's what we have now. I know it's not great or ideal, but I needed something, and now we have something. So there you go. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Trying to give you guys a little bit extra so that you can check it out. Like I said, on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. You have links in the chat there if anybody wants to check them out. They're older shows. I think there's about 14 of them up right now. It takes a little while before I do the edit and then put it in, because I'm taking it right from the audio from the YouTube channel. So that I will be caught up, hopefully by the end of the week. It takes a little bit to get it together. Anyway, that's where it's at. So yeah, the old brain chemistry just isn't great right now, and I think it's, well, I guess technically today would be Blue Monday. It's supposed to be the saddest day of the year, and I'm kind of feeling that way, so I guess that's appropriate, right? Even though I know it was a marketing ploy for Thomas Cook, they did have actual doctors determine that today's date tends to be the bluest day of the year. Or was it last Monday? I don't know. It's a late January Monday, and that's usually when you're feeling pretty down. Post-Christmas, let down. You don't have anything to look forward to long weekend-wise until, well, in Canada, Family Day, for those of you who don't work for the federal government. And if you do work for the federal government, you have to wait until Easter, which, depending upon the calendar, can fluctuate between March and April. I think it's April this year. So that the time when we need more time off, we're not getting it. I really wish we had, like, at least, a January, February, and March long weekend each month, and then Easter whenever the heck it happens, Yeah, January is almost over. I haven't been skiing yet this month. I did get skiing at the beginning of December at Lake Louise when I was out visiting my buddy in Calgary. It was great. It was wonderful. I didn't have my skis, so I couldn't attack the mountain the way that I would normally do it. But, the rentals are usually pretty decent, but they're not. I have Atomic Beta Race, well, carving skis, specifically Atomic Racing carving/carving skis. So I can really carve the mountain up, which I love to do. And, I had a great time, and it was wonderful skiing. It was good to ski out west again, although it wasn't a big powder day. It was like a good day at Mont Tremblant. So it was more Eastern Canadian conditions. There was a couple of patches of ice here and there, not big powder, but the conditions were good. Don't get me wrong. I loved it, and I was glad to get out, because last winter, the winter of 24, January, February, March, it was so terrible here, I didn't get any skiing in. And we've had our freeze-thaw cycles where we had almost no snow, but it's been cold enough that they're still making snow at the local ski hills. But trying to get to them is a little bit of a challenge for me because, I sold my car, so unless I know somebody who's going and that I can hitch a ride with, it's not so easy for me to just get up and go skiing whenever I want anymore. It has to be well planned out, and with very little money coming in right now, it's kind of one of those things that gets pushed down the priority list of things you have to do. It's a want to right now. It's not a have to, even though I physically feel I have to. I know that financially I can't right now. So tomorrow I am hoping that I will be feeling physically well enough and emotionally well enough that I will put the blades on and either play some pickup hockey or get out on the Rideau Canal. This canal, the entire length of it is open and the conditions are good because it's been consistently cold. We've had a couple of warm days here and there, but for the most part it's been consistently cold enough for good ice maintenance and good skating, which, makes me happy. So that's kind of where things are right now. The head is not in the best possible space at this moment, this particular point in time. January, I'm sure, has a fair bit to do with it. I think, coupled with the fact that there's, although we did get some good news today, but I'm not going to drop it on you yet because nothing's confirmed. But we had some positive news. Let me put it to you that way. We had some positive news today that could lead to something. We'll find out. We have a meeting this week, I think on Wednesday, and it may lead to something. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I need a bit of a break right about now. I need to feel purposeful again, and right now I honestly don't feel like I am. And with, like I said, almost no more kind, it all compounds. All of the things add up and kind of weigh heavy on you after a while. So here I am. I'm still hanging in and hanging on, as I always do. And I'll continue to do so. Just late January and, yeah, got the winter blahs. I don't want to say the blues because they're more like the blahs. Because the blues, you're just feeling down. The blahs, you're feeling down and you have no energy. And you don't know when the proverbial sun is going to shine again. We had a couple of very sunny days last week because it's minus 30. And when it's very cold like that, it's usually no cloud in the sky. But now we're back to typical January weather, which is overcast and cloudy. So that kind of makes the emotions feel somewhat similar, overcast and cloudy. Gray, if that means anything. Anyway, that's where I am right now. Earlier today I was debating if I was going to be able to get on tonight because one of the things that you have with anxiety is feeling anxious about being able to do something like this. And I'm not going to lie, I was like, I don't know what to talk about tonight. I don't know how to open up. I don't know what to say to you people. And this was, this is the anxiety talking. When actually I do have things to say, and I can open up and I can let you know what I'm going through. But I guess it just, the anxiety can really kick your ass sometimes. And this is one of those times. But, all things do get better in time. I hope that wherever you are, wherever you're watching or listening from, that things are going a little bit better for you than they are for me right now. It's always darkest before the dawn, right? So I gotta hope that dawn is just right around the corner waiting for me. I have a feeling she is. Because I can almost see a little glint of sunshine. The news we got today could turn out to be very, very positive. Time will tell. And hopefully I can motivate myself, get enough energy to complete a couple of projects and some production stuff tomorrow. Get my new projects started that I have planned. I've got a lot of pokers in the fire right now. Fingers in different pies, if you will. But it's, some days it's hard to focus on. And today was one of those days where I couldn't focus on anything. And that's the ADHD, I think. Some days you can focus, laser focus, and get everything done, and other days you can't focus on a damn thing. I'm restless, but I'm tired. I'm hoping that when I go to sleep tonight, I'm just going to fall asleep and stay asleep. I'll take some melatonin this evening to see if that'll help, because I need a good night's sleep. I am physically tired and emotionally tired. And as I said earlier, when I'm physically tired, it tends to weigh heavy on my mental faculties, in the sense that I feel anxious all the time. And the depression, you feel like you have no energy, and you feel sad, and you start to really dislike yourself. And let's face it, that's no way to go through life. I certainly don't wish to live that way. It's no fun. Life is short. We're supposed to enjoy it. And I know this is temporary, but when you're in the middle of it, boy, does it feel like it goes on forever. And when you come out the other side, you go, oh, that wasn't so bad. But when you're in the middle of it, man, well, how do you feel it? And that's kind of where I am right now. I'm feeling it. I will be okay. You needn't worry. I will be okay. I know this. Been through this many times before. And thankfully, I go through this far less than I once did. It's the incidents of this are few and far between compared to how they once were. So in that respect, it's not so bad. Anyway, with that, I will bid you adieu. I'm going to sign off this evening, hoping that wherever you are, you're doing better than me tonight. Don't worry, I'll be back soon, and I promise you, I will be better. I always find my way through. You take care. Bye.